Hello guys, in this part I'll be covering about engineering liquidity in abbreviation Eng LQD, and then on the next part now I'll be diving into the entry modules. So without further ado, let's dive in. So what is engineering liquidity? Engineering liquidity is the liquidity resting above the high or below the low of the value pullback. Keyword here is valid pullback right before the extreme POI. And the POI, it depends. We said it can be an order flow or order block. It just depends with what the trading range gives. Alright, so into this chart right here, let me first get rid of these, this heading and also these lines, and then now I diving into this chart. Alright, so right here we know this pattern, and I've been repeating this several times, that once price takes out a high like this, like the recently formed valid pullback high like this, that's what we call the inducement, and then reverses back. In fact, once that high is taken out, doesn't matter if price sweeps that high or breaks past that high. This one here is a confirmed swing point, meaning that if price now reverses and breaks past this one, then this one here is a confirmed valid break of structure. So then this one here is the high of the trading range, and we are currently in a new trading range, that is, so this one here is the high of the range. And pretty much after identifying your current trading range, we said it's obviously the next step, marking the inducement. Alright, so right here I can see that this one here is not a value pullback, so this means this one here cannot be a valid break of structure. So that means then the recently formed value pullback is this one here currently. Right, so let me run price and see if price eventually takes that or it creates another one. Right, and exactly right here we can see price is heading down, and right here price created another pullback. Here price created another recently formed valid pullback, and the high that's resting above here, that's what we call the inducement. That's the reason as to why I am marking it like this, and price created another one right here. So I'll be shifting to this until price takes that. That's when now we start marking the order flows and the like, of course, the engineering liquidity, because we cannot identify the engineering liquidity without the order flow unless you are a bit experienced. And exactly right here you can see price has taken out the inducement, and we said once you see this, then obviously this low is a confirmed swing point, and if price reverses and breaks past this low, this one here is a confirmed valid break of structure. So now this is the right, or this is the perfect moment to mark the order flows and the order blocks. We said the order flows are primary, so I usually start from the top, and that's how it's recommended to start marking the order flows from the extreme. And right here we can see this here is the buying momentum before the rally down, and coming up or coming down we can see another rally before the sell right here, this one here. All right, I know you're asking why I picked that. You can see this one here, I just picked the refined version. I mean, you can see this here is a pullback, and also price created another pullback right here. So I have just refined it in such a way that, like that. So I just picked the refined order flow, and right here you can see that's the refined order flow. All right, coming up down I cannot see any other that's unmitigated, because this one here is mitigated, and the one that is before the inducement we usually don't mark that, we usually ignore that. All right, so right now I have the decisional order flow and I have the extreme order flow. So in this range our POI is the order flows, and our range starts from this high, like right there, all the way to this low. So that's our trading range, and we have the extreme POI, I mean the extreme order flow, and the decisional order flow right there. So the topic of today is about the engineering liquidity and not the POIs. So what's the engineering liquidity? And as of now, I know you have grasped the definition that it is the liquidity resting above the high or below the low of the valid pullback right before the extreme POI. And in this case, the POI is the order flow. And also in this case, we are bearish. So this means it will be the liquidity resting above the high of the valid pullback right before the extreme POI. And so right here, you can see this is the recently formed valid pullback before the extreme POI. And this is what we call the engineering liquidity. This one here is the inducement. The reason as to why I am showcasing the engineering liquidity is because when we dive into the entry module, you will find that the engineering liquidity plays a part also on the entry module. And also engineering liquidity, just like inducement, is also a core liquidity in True SMC. Exactly right here, you can see price swept the engineering liquidity, and currently you can see it's heading towards the external liquidity. Exactly right here. All right, you can see this says that engineering liquidity is a core liquidity and should never be ignored. Like, always mark the engineering liquidity on your trading range. So guys, let me not make the video long. I just wanted to showcase about the engineering liquidity. And if you made this far, drop a like. I believe you're enjoying. And see you in the next part where we'll be diving into the entry modules.